Hello, Guardians. Legend of Excalion here today with some news. Not a whole lot of news has been available lately, and that's been unfortunate. With our last couple of TWABs, we haven't really been given much of any knowledge, if any at all, just more or less some dates on when we are going to get some news. But what we have gotten are three interesting trailers recently. One of them in-game and as an in-game cutscene, and the other two from without it. The game posted one on Instagram before being taken down, and then one on Twitter today. So the first one we want to get into is the clip that was posted on Instagram just a few days ago. It was posted for just a little while before briefly before being taken down, and that was a video of Eris Morn on a snowy terrained planet or moon, and you can see Jupiter in the background, so we are led to believe that this is Europa. Of course, Europa has been hypothesized to be added to the game as far back as Destiny 1, actually, and, well, we've never really had any other news about it since. What she's doing, we don't know, but you can see a strange orb of light that she's carrying. Looks almost like an unstable charge of light, kind of like what we had from the activities on the Dreaming City. And what we don't know, of course, is what is she doing there? And I've heard some rumors. People think that maybe she's there to somehow or another save Cade 6. I don't personally know about that myself. I'm of the opinion that maybe they'll leave Cade 6 alone. I kind of hope they do. They just kind of let him be gone, since they did decide to kill him. But that's neither here nor there. What is going on? We don't know yet. What we do know is that we are going to Europa. Now, that was taken down, so an argument could be made that maybe that's not material that's coming anytime soon. Next on the block, we have a cutscene from the game. Whenever you first logged in this week after reset on Tuesday, we had a strange cutscene of Jupiter off in the distance, and we progressively get closer and closer to it before just cutting off, and it's a very short clip, but just before it cuts off, you can make out the shadow of one of the pyramid ships, and it appears to be the largest of the pyramid ships, but we're not real sure. Now, some other YouTubers, namely Aztecross is one of the main ones that I was looking at for this knowledge, suggested that maybe this ship was as big as Earth, and quite frankly, that's kind of exciting. Is this going to be a new destination? Are we going to go inside of one of these ships like we did back in Shadowkeep, and will it be like an actual, explorable patrol zone? Maybe kind of like the ship was on Destiny 1? Who knows? Either way, it's going to be very cool to see what happens with that. And then today, we had maybe the most interesting trailer of them all. We have an unrecognizable ship, and I don't know, I think maybe it could be the front of the derelict, the drifter ship. I don't really know. But what I do know is that it opens up, and a smaller transport type ship comes out, and inside of it is the drifter. And apart from that, you see it fly off into the distance, closing in on a moon, and it is in front of Jupiter, and it is white, so I am left to believe that this moon is in fact Europa again, further acknowledging maybe the potential leak that we had earlier in the week. Now, that one is confirmed. That was released by Destiny on their Twitter accounts, their Facebook accounts, their Instagram accounts, all over the place, and from Bungie. So we know that that's happening for a fact. Now, what I want to get into are potential ideas for what we have coming in the future. Now, this season, Season of the Worthy, Season 10, was the launch of Destiny's renewed focus on PvP. And you could say it's been more or less somewhat of a letdown for a lot of people. They haven't really taken care of the griefers and the cheaters on PC or the DDoSers on console. And I play mostly on console. I just recently got a gaming PC, so I'll be looking into that more in the future. But nonetheless, I think the community as a whole has been kind of let down with Trials of Osiris and the loot system and the rewards. I'm not super let down by it. I think it's a cool activity. I think that they could have handled it a little bit differently. But the question now is what comes next? And we see the Drifter. Now, that could mean anything. It could just be that maybe we get some story. We know that sunsetting's coming. And one thing that they haven't talked about in regards to sunsetting is what's going to happen with some of the rewards for Forges, some of the rewards for Menagerie, for Gambit, stuff like that. And these are all activities that they have told us aren't going away. So what are we going to do with those rewards? It's not going to be something that anybody wants to grind for if the rewards aren't going to be able to level up past a certain point. And that could leave a lot of Guardians frustrated. May I consider that what's going to happen is we're actually going to be having a renewed focus now on Gambit. And then after that, maybe a focus on the Forge. And then after that, another focus on the Menagerie. And the reason for this is back whenever we had Forsaken come out. We had the first season, which was the season of Forsaken, where we had the Dreaming City. We were fortunate to have the Last Wish raid, arguably one of the best raids in the game. And that was it. We did get some PvP content with Forsaken. We got new weapons, new stuff inside of PvP. But apart from that, that was it. We did get Gambit at that point in time. But what happened next was Season of the Drifter, which came after Forsaken. And with that, we got The Reckoning, we got Gambit Prime, we had all sorts of awesome new rewards that came with all of those, awesome new guns, some of the best guns in the game, the Gnawing Hunger, the Spare Rations, the Bygones, the Outlast, so many good weapons, and so much cool armor, and with the Reckoning, such a cool activity. Not to mention the awesome armor that you could get to really customize your experience inside of Gambit. And that was great. It was awesome. I think a lot of Guardians accept that was a pretty good season. But what came next was kind of another letdown, I think, for a lot of Guardians. And that was the Season of the Forge, or the Black Armory. And we got the Forges with that. And that was an activity that I, to this day, do really kind of enjoy. I like the weapons, I like the loot that you can get from it. But the fact that that was next, and then after that, we ended up with Season of Opulence, and that gave us the Menagerie. Now, my suggestion is that these are all things that we're getting in succession. And so my hope is that we're going to get some more Gambit, we're going to get some more Forge, and we're going to get some more Menagerie loot, all coming to help us take care of this problem that we're going to have with the loot being sunset from those activities. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think about that theory. I'm personally pretty excited if that is, in fact, what's going on. As always, guys, please subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I'll see you soon, my friends.